Welcome back, folks, to more Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. No Pokecenters, no Pokemarts. In our last episode, we finished off the Violet City Gym, and we captured both Bellsprout and Geodude. Or should I say, Second and Makar. And in this episode, we're hopefully going to finish off training those guys a bit up before we continue on here. I know that Makar needs to get a few more levels, at least for some upcoming stuff, and Bellsprout needs to gain at least 1 or 2 more levels to put us in a place where I feel content to really move on from things. Nevertheless, we did have to condemn Onyx to death because although he was useful for training up some things, he wasn't that he's not really needed for the long run, and so more so Bellsprout and Geodude need those levels to advance the story anyways. So in this part here, I'm going to want to switch. I'm going to want to switch Makar into the second slot here, and we will notice that Quilava does still have some Leers remaining, which I am going to abuse right now just to get some additional damage onto these onto these, what are they? Hoppips? Yeah, that's it, Hoppips. So that's what I'm going to be looking for now, just trying to gain these few extra levels, and look at that, Togepi also hatched, and I can't remember who exactly I was going to be naming Togepi after, but when we get to the name raider, I will switch the name over. So for now, I'm just going to put a placeholder. Call it Name Me. And when I get to Goldenrod, I'll fix the nickname I was supposed to put on here. I just can't seem to recall who was supposed to be named Togepi, but I definitely put name in. I'm pretty sure I put name in. Yes. Name in. Put a name on there. Anyways, just like last episode, we will be looking for Hoppips because they're probably the greatest source of experience at this point that can't damage us anyways. At least the most efficient thing that I can find here. Maybe I could catch or try for Magikarps in the pond, but I'm not sure when they learn Tackle, and I don't really want to risk it right now. So we'll stick with Hoppips. We'll stick with what works best right now. I think I'll use 2 Leers for now, just to see what Makar can do with 1 Tackle. Markar. And 1-hit KO. That was a crit, so it doesn't really give us an indication of anything, so we'll have to see. I'd much rather that not be a crit and gain the information than be a crit and only use 1 Tackle. Nevertheless, we can continue to progress here and hopefully find some Hoppips with relative ease. I'd much rather find them quicker than take forever. I know last part ran a little bit long, and I had to split it into 2 parts, unfortunately, for you guys. But nevertheless, let's see. I guess I should throw on these Leers before switching, just to save up some time. Okay, so 2 Leers doesn't ensure a 1-hit KO. That's perfectly fine. I think I'm gonna just throw on 1 Leer for now, and then try and 2-hit KO with Tackle, anyways. Which it does. I think it would probably 2-hit KO even without the Leer, so it's probably not even necessary. At least based on the kind of damage output we're getting here. Yeah, it's definitely would just be a 2-hit. Definitely be a 2-hit KO even without the Leers. And so now that we've used up those Leers, I may as well just send out Makar, training him up using his Tackles. And actually what I'm going to do here is switch Bellsprout in, because I want to train up Bellsprout using the PP that Makar has left, just so that they can both get experience on there. Makar can 2-hit KO things, so he's got a pretty good advantage on most things, and based on the damage output he already had, it seemed like he already may be able to 1-hit KO, or I guess maybe not 1-hit KO, but he's got the damage output to where he should be doing really well at this point. And so we're just going to be proceeding with this for now. And like I said, I don't really want to abuse the auto heals to their fullest extent. This section of the game is more so just necessary to the point where if I do not do this, it's basically a game over. There's no revives, there's no rare candies, there's no nothing to really bring me back in the game. So all of this grinding is completely necessary, and although in some ways it is a slight abuse of the PP of the Pokemon, it's completely necessary in order to finish the run, or at least make it past the second badge. So it is a downside and something that you will have to take into account, but I think for the most part we're perfectly fine with what's going on here, and we should be able to progress with ease. I'm not sure if Makar will be able to 2-hit KO this guy. It doesn't seem like it. Synthesis definitely doesn't help the situation, and I do get a crit, so not too many tackles, and we get a bit of extra experience for that battle, so it's not too bad. I think at level 12, Makar should be able to 2-hit KO those Hop-Hips with the extra damage output, so it shouldn't be too bad. Luckily, these Hop-Hips appear relatively quicker than the ones on the previous routes, and although I could probably just fight purely level 7 Hop-Hips, it doesn't really affect us too bad, at least in the long run of things. So we'll just proceed how we are, and here's the ultimate test to see if Makar can actually 2-hit KO this. I have no real doubts. Miss kind of hurts, but I have no real doubts that it should be able to, and unfortunately it doesn't. So it will be a 3-hit KO. Hopefully he doesn't use Synthesis, which he doesn't. And so we've got a couple tackles left. I'm thinking with Rock Throw on there, Makar should be able to get to at least level 13, if not at least almost to level 13. So we'll throw on some tackles here. Hopefully he doesn't Synthesis, and we get a 2-hit KO there because of the crit. So that's really nice, definitely in favor of that. As you can see, Bellsprout is now level 15 though, which is great because it's definitely a plus to have him at that additional level. His damage output is that much greater, and it's definitely going to be needed for some upcoming stuff. So definitely fortunate to have that, and we're just going to proceed on here, leveling up. So Makar's almost out of tackles, which is a bit unfortunate, but I'm certainly okay with it, because as far as I'm concerned, Makar is probably the most valuable member of our party going into the next section of the game. So we definitely want him to have those levels there, and he only has 2 tackles left, so hopefully we can finish this thing without it using Synthesis, and it doesn't. Now I know Makar also has Rock Throw in his arsenal, so we want to make use of that as well. So we didn't get to level 13, but I think with the upcoming fights we should be able to. And Rock Throw does have 10 PP, which is really nice. It does have a chance to miss, which is unfortunate, but something we're going to have to deal with. I may come back and fight that trainer there because he does have some flying Pokemon that we can take advantage of. But in the meantime, I don't think Bellsprout is going to gain enough experience to level up. And at least I don't want to put him in any danger of taking additional damage where he could in this upcoming portion here. So as I was mentioning before, there are some flamethrower guys, I think, in here. I think that's what they're called, or fire breathers. And because of that, Makar can take advantage of his newly found stab move in Rock Throw. So that's what we're going to be doing. And unfortunately, this is a coughing. I definitely thought that was a Vulpix for some reason. I guess it's the next trainer that has a coughing, or a Vulpix or something like that. But coughings don't give us too much trouble. 2 Rock Throws apiece will be able to finish them off. And here's the Vulpix. So I think it has Ember, which could burn, but not too big of a worry there. If we do get burned, it's mainly just the drop in attack that's the issue. And I think Makar gained his levels. Yes, he did go to level 13. And because of that, I feel content in returning back and fighting that trainer that I said had a couple flying type Pokemon. So that's what we're going to be doing here. And after that, I do feel content to begin to move on. So that's what we'll proceed to do. Right here, he's got some bird Pokemon. He's got a Pidgey. Definitely not an issue for us. Throw on a Rock Throw. Another Pidgey. Throw on a Rock Throw. And finally a level 8 Spearow. He gets a crit with Peck, and I think that did 1 damage. So that's pretty funny. Maybe it did more than 1 damage. You guys can tell me. Let me know. Either way, Makar's now level 14, which is great. And I'd much rather him be a little bit higher up, so we're gonna have to see how things go here. Let me just take a look at Bellsprout for a second here. He's got some reps, and he does have one Vine Whip left, so I think I'm gonna want to make use of that, and at least the reps. So because Makar is also not at an optimal level, really, I do still want to do a little bit more grinding up here. Now what do I want to do about this, though? Alright, I think we're going to fight wild Pidgeys with Makar if we find them. And if we find Hoppips, we're going to switch to Pidgey. So, or not Pidgey, Bellsprout. And we're going to try and see if Rap can finish it off. So 3 Raps, even though it did use Synthesis, works perfectly fine for me. So Pidgeys with Makar and Hoppips with Bellsprout sounds perfectly good to me. Sorry for the slight lapse in commentary there. I was just trying to see how this battle played out with Rap and whatnot, but seems to not be too much of an issue. 3 Raps seems to be the consistency here. Maybe 2 if we get lucky. Maybe we can actually find some Pidgeys for Makar to actually kill, but doesn't seem to be the case right now. Hopefully we can get a 3 KO here. And we do, which is nice. I know we could probably abuse some of the damage from Rap, but because Hoppip has Synthesis, it kind of negates all the additional damage that we could gain from abusing Rap's duration or damage in between turns. So we've got a few more uses of Rap here, and unfortunately we missed there, which kind of sucks, but just something we'll have to deal with. And I can't seem to find a single Pidgey for whatever reason. We were running into them before, but seem to have dropped an encounter rate. But nevertheless, we'll finish off this final Hoppip here. We used our last Rap there, which means it's going to be a lot harder to fight these Hoppips. I guess one of the things we can do is we can... I'll throw 1 Rock Throw on with Makar, we'll see what it does. And it does get a crit, and it's super effective. I guess I forgot that Hoppips are flying type. I thought they were solely grass type and they gain their flying type later, but that doesn't appear to be the case. We do encounter a Pidgey. Let's just see what kind of experience it gives us. And it gives us 55, which I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of. I think... Oh, I just ran from Wild Pidgey by accident. Let's see what Hoppip gives us. And it gives us 74, so I'd much rather be fighting Hoppips than Pidgeys, if that's the case. So that's what we're going to be doing. Hopefully all of these Rock Throws hit, because they do have a chance to miss, which is slightly unfortunate, but nothing that we can't really avoid. It's just something we're going to have to deal with and move on. But as you can see, it's pretty, it's not too hard to train up these guys, even without the use of Pokemon Centers. So you just have to manage your PP and HP wisely, and basically take on things that you know you can one-hit KO. And so I basically want to avoid any sort of unnecessary impacts of mismanaging my HP, mismanaging my PP, and someone was trying to call me there, so I got slightly distracted with what I was trying to say there. So we'll have to call them back later and see what they want. Either way, this should be our final Hoppip as far as attacking is concerned. And it looks like Bellsprout is almost to level 16, so I want to try and get him that extra level if I can. And in order to do that, I think I'm going to... Oh, he's got 22 HP, so I feel content to try and use this old rod, see if we can find something of use. So we did find a Pokemon, and it's a level 10 Magikarp, which I'll gladly kill with Vine Whip, so bit of extra experience there. Only 28, which is kind of sad. I guess I could have probably killed like an Onix or something and made a bit better use of that. And what I'm going to do here, I guess, is try and find a Hoppip, if I can. There we go. And unfortunately we're going to have to go into struggle range here by abusing Growth and Sleep Powder. I just want to get that extra level for Bellsprout and Geodude, so having that on there is definitely going to help us in the long run of things, so I feel perfectly content with gaining that. I don't feel like it really abuses the system too much. It's more so just necessary to continue on with the run, and having that extra damage output ensures more consistency so that I don't end up having to game over this early into the run. It's just for the sake of you guys watching me screw up. And it seems like this Hoppip wakes up pretty quickly. I guess not there, he's been sleeping for 5 turns. But nevertheless, one struggle does take it out, and I think we should be able to KO a few more Hoppips here. Alright, so based on 5 damage per struggle, it seems like we'll only be able to kill one more Hoppip before recoil takes us out. So I want to hold on to Bellsprout there, and we want to switch it up for Makar here. I know that Makar can probably gain an extra level with his 123 experience remaining, so probably kill at least 2 Hoppips with his struggles, and that should get us to level 16 as well, which is great, and we'll certainly try and proceed from there. Let's see, our starter is actually only, or Xerxes is actually only level 15, which is kind of weird, but I'm perfectly fine with keeping my guys at a relatively decent level so that we can proceed through the game. And this is mainly the only other time you're going to see me kind of abuse the full heal, at least the one coming up. So it's, like I said, it's mainly just to get through the game, and I didn't notice the fact that my mouse was there, and it's probably been there for at least 5 minutes, so that's a bit unfortunate for you guys to just have it sitting there. You're probably screaming at the screen wanting me to move it, so I finally did. Either way, I think we should be able to one-hit KO this Hoppip now that we are in struggle range, which we do. We do take a bit of recoil there. I think it was 5 points, which isn't too bad, so we should be able to go through at least 3 more struggles and kill 3 more Hoppips, which definitely will get us to level 16, which is nice, and we can then proceed through the other parts of this game. So unfortunately this episode has been mostly grinding, and I didn't really want to do that to you guys, but it's more so just something that we had to take care of. We also gained the ability Magnitude, and like I said, I didn't really want to abuse the full heals to their extent, and so even though we could fight some extra guys with our newly found move Magnitude, I'm not going to abuse that fact. so we're just going to continue on here. I feel content with Makar and Second both being level 16, so we'll definitely just proceed here. So I guess to finish off this episode, I'll get through Union Cave, proceed to Azalea Town, and that's where we'll end off this part. I don't think there's any hidden items in this section of Union Cave, at least, so I feel content with just picking up the items that we find and proceeding onward. Actually, no, there's nothing there. I think there's one item down here we can grab. Unless I already grabbed it. No, I didn't. It's an awakening, so that's nice to have. Nothing there. And I think that's everything here, so I'm just going to grab this item down here. That girl's not a trainer. And we get a poison cure berry there. There is one trainer here I definitely do not want to fight. He's got some fighting type Pokemon that could definitely do some damage to me. So we're going to avoid him for now. This rocket stands in our way, so he's kind of an indication for what's upcoming in the next part. But either way, there's a hidden full heal that here that you want to grab. And I guess we're going to end things off just outside this house before we proceed to the next part. So I'm going to grab this white apricorn here. And just outside this house, which I think says Kurt's house, we're going to end things off here. So unfortunately we didn't get too much plot-wise done in this episode, but we did finish off all of the necessary grinding. And so in the next part we'll proceed to Slowpoke Well, find out who this Kurt guy is, and hopefully gain another badge. So that'd be really great, and hopefully we get a lot done. Anyways folks, it's been a great episode, and I hope to see you guys next time. Peace.